Hello, welcome to Virtual Learning Network and online classes. Topic Market Structure, subject MS09, Managerial Economics, Block 4. Market structure, or what do you mean by the market structure? At first, what do you mean by the market? Actually, market is not a place, but market is a situation in which the sellers and buyers are meeting together for a continuous basis. So the structures of market is types of market structure influence how a firm behave, like pricing, supply, barriers to entry and efficiency and competitions. Market structure, degree of competition in the industry, high level of competition like perfect competition, limited competition, monopoly, and degree of competitions in between the firms and market situations. Determinants of market structure are all the things by which we can determine the market, which kind of market is applicable, like freedom of entry and exit, nature of product, homogeneous or differentiated, control over supply or output, control over price or barrier to entry. All these things are included into the market structure by which we can identify the type of markets. Now, type of market can be divided into categories like perfect market and imperfect market. Perfect market is a market in which there is homogeneous product, or the perfect market have these different characteristics like free entry and access to industry. Any industry or firm is free to enter into the market and free to exit from the market, but there is no effect on the market situation or condition. Product is homogeneous, or same types of product or identical, so no consumer preference, or there is no need to give the choice by the consumer to the market. Then large number of buyer and seller available, no individual seller can influence price or commodity of the firm. Sellers are price takers, have to accept the market price, and firm is price maker. Then perfect information available to the buyer and seller. Example of perfect competitions like financial market, stock exchange, currency market, bond market and agriculture. To what extent advantages of perfect competition, or what are the benefits of perfect competition? High degree of competition helps allocate resources to most efficient use. Price equal to marginal cost. Normal profit made in the long run. Firms operate at maximum efficiency and consumer benefits. These are the advantage of perfect market. What happens in the competitive environment? New idea, firm makes short-term abnormal profit. Other firm enter the industry to take advantage of abnormal profit. Supply increases and price falls together. Long run normal profit made by the industry and choice for the consumer. Price sufficient for normal profit to be made, but no more. Imperfect market, or a market which is not a perfect and product is homogeneous, heterogeneous. Characteristics of imperfect market: many buyers and sellers are available in imperfect market. Product differentiated, that means different product is available into the market and buyers are free to choose, pick and choose the desired product from the market. Relatively free entry and exit. Each firm may have a tiny monopoly because of the differentiations of their product. Firm has some control over price. Example, restaurant, professions, solicitors, etc. Building firms, plasterers, plumbers are also example of imperfect market. Market structure, oligopoly, competitive amongst the few, industry dominated by small number of large firms. Many firms may make up the industry, high barriers to entry. That means it is not easy to enter into the oligopoly competition. Product would be highly differentiated or branding. Non-price non-price competition, price stability within the market, kink demand curve, potential for collusion, abnormal profit and high degree of interdependence between firms. All these are the characteristics of oligopoly market. Market structure, example of oligopolistic structure, supermarkets, banking industry, chemicals, oil industry, medical and drugs, and broadcasting industry. Measuring oligopoly, concentrations ratio, the proportions of market share accounted for by top X number of firms, that is 5 firm concentration ratio of 80% means top 5 firm accounts for 80% of market share. 3 firm concentrate ratio or concentration ratio of 72% and top 3 firms accounts for 72% of market share. Now duopoly, industry dominated by 2 large firms, possibly a price leader emerging, rival will follow price leaders' pricing decision, high barriers to entry and abnormal profit likely. This is the characteristics of duopoly, in which there are only 2 firms available into the market, but they are large in size. Monopoly, pure monopoly, industry is the firm. Actual monopoly, where firm has greater than 25% market share. Natural monopoly, high fixed cost like gas, electricity, water, telecommunication and railway. High barriers to entry, firm control over price or output supply, abnormal profit in long run, possibility of price discrimination, consumer choice limited and price in excess of marginal cost. Advantage and disadvantage of monopoly. Advantages may be appropriate if natural monopoly encourages research and development, encourages innovation, development of some products not likely without some guarantee of monopoly in production, economies of scale can be gained, consumer may benefit. And now disadvantages, exploitations of consumer by higher prices, potential for supply to be limited, less choice, potential for inefficiency, inefficiency, complacency over control on cost, and this is the kink demand curve, in which the price is denoted on y-axis and quantity denoted on x-axis, and this is the demand which is likely to go down, and after some period of time it becomes or it is reduced by the actions of another sellers. When the demand curve is incurred, suppose if there are 2 sellers into the market and selling their product on same price, suppose let's see 10 rupees 10 per unit. If seller A reduce his price from 10 to 9.5 or 9, then most of consumers, they are purchasing the goods from B shifted to firm A. Then, or in this case, the total sales of firm B reduced and total sale of firm A is increased, by which the demand curve is shifted from slight level to or toward the origin or initial level, that is called kink demand curve. Now market structure. Market structure identify how a market is made up in terms of the number of firm in the industry, the nature of the product produced, the degree of monopoly power each firm has, the degree to which the firm can influence price, profit levels, firm's behavior, pricing strategy, non-price competition, output levels, the extent of barriers to entry, the impact on efficiency. Market structure like this one: perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, duopoly and monopoly. The further right on the scale, the greater the degree of monopoly power exercised by the firm. Importance: degree of competition fact, the consumer, will it benefit the consumer or not, impact on the performance and behavior of the companies involved. Models, a word of warning. Market structure deals with the number of economic models. These models are a representations of reality to help us to understand what may be happening in real life. There are extremes to the model that are unlikely to occur in reality. They still have values as they enables us to draw comparisons and contrast with what is observed in reality. Models help therefore in analyzing and evaluating. They offer a benchmark. Characteristics of each models: number and size of firms that make up the industry, control over price or output, freedom of entry and exit from the industry, nature of product, degree of homogeneity or similarities of the product in the industry, extent to which product can be regarded as substitutes for each other. Diagrammatic representation, the shape of the demand curve, etc. Characteristics: look at these everyday products. What type of market structure are the producers of these products operating in? Remember to think about the nature of the product, entry and exit, behavior of the firm, number and size of the firm in the industry. You might even have to ask what the industry is. On extreme of the market structure spectrum, characteristics: large number of firm, products are homogeneous or identical, consumer has no reason to express a preference for any firm, freedom of entry and exit into and out of the industry. Firms are price takers, have no control over the price they charge for their product. Each product supplies a very small proportion of total industry output. Consumers and producers have perfect knowledge about the market. Now perfect competition. This is the diagram of perfect competition. The price is determined on this level. The yellow line represents the price of the product, which remain constant at every level of output, and it is equal to the marginal revenue equal to average revenue. Then the blue line indicate the marginal cost and red line indicate the average cost. At this output the firm is making normal profit. This is a long run equilibrium position. Same price therefore MR equal to MR and AR. Diagrammatic representation: abnormal profit, how they earn. This curve, this is the price P1 and price P. If the price reduced from P to P1, then the average cost shifted from AC to AC1 and the marginal cost shifted from MC to MC1. Because the model assumes average and marginal cost could be expected to be lower but price in the same short run remain the same gray area, increased price will fall and the firm will be left making normal profit once again. Where the conditions of perfect competition do not hold, imperfect competition will exist. Varying degree of imperfection give rise to varying market structures. Monopolistic competition is one of these, not to be confused with monopoly. Characteristics of monopolistic competition: large number of firms in the industry may have some element of control over price due to the fact that they are able to differentiate their product in some way from their rivals. Products are therefore close but not perfect substitutes. Entry and exit from the industry is relatively easy. Few barriers to entry and exit are also available, and consumers and producers knowledge imperfect. Monopolistic or imperfect competition represented by this diagram. Axis X denote the units or output and axis Y denote the cost or revenue, and this marginal cost, and this is a average revenue, and this is a marginal revenue, and this is marginal cost, and this is average cost. This is a short run equilibrium position for a firm in a monopolistic market structure. The term will make 40 point into Q1 in abnormal profit and output by lowering price. Monopolistic or imperfect competition: because there is relative freedom of entry and exit into the market, new firm will enter encouraged by the existence of abnormal profit. New entrants will increase supply, causing price to fall. As price fall, the AR and MR curves shift inward as revenue from each sale is now less. So AR, MR, MC and AC, and it is shifted as MR shifted MR1, AR shifted AR1, and the cost remain same, but the revenue is different from every level of output. Notice that the existence of more substitutes makes the new AR, that is D curve, more price elastic. The firm reduce output to a point where MC equal to MR, QT, Q2. At this output AR equal to AC, and the firm will make normal profit. This is the long run equilibrium positions of a firm in monopolistic competition, in which the firm make a profit in long run. Like this one, AR1, then MR1, and this is AC, and this is MC, in which the AR equal to AC. That means average revenue always equal to average cost in monopolistic competition in long run. Some important point about monopolistic competition may reflect a wide range of market, not just one point on a scale, reflect many degree of imperfection. Example: restaurant, plumber, electrician and local builders, solicitors, private schools, plant hire firm, insurance market or brokers, health club, hairdressers, funeral directors, estate agent, dump proofing control firm, etc. In each case, there are many firms in the industry. Each can try to differentiate its product in some way. Entry and exit to the industry is relatively free. Consumer and producers do not have perfect knowledge of market. The market may indeed be relatively localized. Can you imagine trying to search out the details, prices, relatively quality of service, etc. for every plumber in the UK in the event of an emergency. Now oligopoly competition between the few may be large number of firms in the industry, but the industry is dominated by a small number of very large producers. Concentration ratio, the proportions of total market sales share held by the top 3, 4, 5 etc. firms. A 4 firms concentration ratio of 75% means the top 4 firms account for 75% of all the sales in the industry. Like this one, the music industry has a 5 firm concentration ratio of 75%. Independent make up 25% of market, but there could be many thousand of firms that make up this independent group. An oligopolistic market structure therefore may have many firms in the industry, but it is dominated by a few large sellers. Oligopoly features of an oligopolistic market structure: price may be relatively stable across the industry, king demand curve, potential for collusion, behavior of firm affected by what they believe their rival might do, interdependence of firm, goods could be homogeneous or highly differentiated, branding and brand loyalty may be important source of competitive advantages, non-price competition may be prevalent, game theory can be used to explain some behavior, average cost curve may be saucer shaped, minimum efficient scale could occur over large range of output, high barriers to entry, and this is the curve, king demand curve. I have already explained this curve. The firm therefore effectively faces a king demand curve, forcing it to maintain a stable or rigid pricing structure. Oligopolist firm may overcome this by engaging in non-price competition. Wood again tells us the time the firm now faces a relatively inelastic demand curve, then the percentage change in price and total revenue would fall. Duopoly, market structure where the industry is dominated by 2 large producers. Collusion may be a possible feature. Price leadership by the larger of the 2 firms may exist. The smaller firm follows the price lead of the larger one. Highly interdependent, high barriers to entry. Carnot model, French economist analyzed duopoly, suggested long-run equilibrium would see equal market share and normal profit made. In reality, local duopolies may exist. Pure monopoly, where only one producers exist in the industry, and reality rarely exists, always some form of substitute available. Monopoly exists therefore where one firm dominates the market. Firm may be invested, for example, of monopoly power when market shares exceeds 25%. Use term monopoly power with care. Monopoly power refers to seize where firms influence the market in some way through their behavior, determined by the degree of concentration in the industry. Influencing prices, influencing output, erecting barriers to entry, pricing strategy to prevent or stifle competition, may not pursue profit maximization or encourages unwanted entrants to the market, sometimes seen as a case of market failure. Origin of the monopoly: through growth of the firm, through amalgamation, merger or takeover, through acquiring patent or license, through legal means, royal charter, nationalization, wholly owned, etc. Summary of characteristics of firm exercising monopoly power: price could be deemed too high, may be set on destroy competition or destroyer or predatory pricing, price discrimination possible. Efficiency could be inefficient due to lack of competition, could be higher due to availability of high profits. Innovation could be high because of the promise of high profits, possibly encourage high investment in research and development. Collusion, possible to maintain monopoly power of key firm in industry. high level of branding, advertising and non-price competition. Problems with models: a reminder, often difficult to distinguish between a monopoly and a oligopoly. Both may exhibit behavior that reflect monopoly power. Monopolies and oligopolies do not necessarily aim for traditional assumptions of profit maximization. Degree of contestability of the market may influence behavior. Monopoly is not always bad, may be desirable in some cases, but may need strong regulation. Monopolies do not have to be big, could exist locally. This is both the short run and long run equilibrium position for monopoly. Long run, as entry to the market is restricted, monopolist may aim for profit maximization. The higher price and lower output means that consumer surplus is reduced, indicated by the grey shaded area, face higher price and less choice in monopoly condition compared to more competitive environment. Welfare implication of monopoly: the monopolist will benefit from additional producer surplus equal to the grey shaded rectangles. The value of the grey shaded triangle represents the total welfare loss to society, sometimes referred to as the deadweight welfare loss. Now, contestable market theory developed by William J. Baumholz, Johann Panjar and Robert Willing 1982 had to fill important gaps in market structure theory. Perfectly contestable market, the pure form, not common in reality but a benchmark to explain firms' behaviors. Contestable market key characteristics: firms' behavior influenced by the threat of new entrant to the industry, no barrier to entry or exit, no sunk cost. Firm may deliberately limit profit, may be need to disclose new entrants, entry limit pricing. Firm may attempt to erect artificial barrier to entry. Overcapacity provide the opportunity to flood the market and drive down price in the event of a threat of entry. Aggressive marketing and branding strategy to tighten up the market potential for predatory or destroyer pricing. Find ways of reducing cost and increasing efficiency to gain competitive advantages. Hit and run tactics: enters the industry, take the profit and get out quickly possible because of the freedom of entry and exits. Cream skimming: identifying parts of the market that are high in value added and exploiting those market. Example of market exhibiting contestability characteristics like financial service, airlines, especially flights on domestic route, computer industry, ISP software, web development, energy supplies, the postal services, etc. Final reminder: models can be used as a comparison, they are not necessarily meant to be reality. When looking at real world example, focus on the behavior of the firm in relation to what the model predict would happen. That gives the basis for analysis and evaluation of the real world situation. Regulation: the threat of regulation will affect the way a firm behave. Remember that these models are based on certain assumptions. In the real world, some of these assumptions may not be valid. This allows us to draw comparison and constructs. The way that government deal with firm may be based on general assumptions that more competition is better than less. What price should be set? Price discrimination, multiple and joint product producing, transfer pricing, and price discrimination. Where a firm exercise market power, then opportunity may exist to further increase profit by charging different prices to different consumers or to different group of consumer for reason other than cost. In so doing, the firm will appropriate all or part of the consumer surplus. Types of price discrimination: first degree, the firm is aware of each buyer's demand curve. Second, the firm charges a different price depending on the quantity each buyer purchases. Third one, the firm breaks buyers into group based upon their price elasticity of demand. First degree price discrimination, perfect price discrimination. Each consumer is charged the price CC is willing to pay. Producer takes all the consumer surplus. And in this curve, you can see the producer surplus is P1 to PL. For each consumer price charged equal to price willing to pay, monopolists appropriate all consumer surplus, like given in this diagram. Second degree price discrimination, non-linear pricing. Different price is charged for a different quantity bought, but not across consumer. Set one price for a first bundle, a lower price for a second bundle. Extract some but not all of the consumer surplus. Note, first degree case equal to or greater than different prices charged for a different consumer. Second degree greater than equal to different price charged for different quantity for same consumer. Example, telephone company charging different prices for different quantities. This is a different form of market curves and our multiple producer product pricing. Demand interrelations. Cross marginal revenue terms indicate how product revenues are related to another. Production interrelations. Joint product may compete for resources or be complementary. A byproduct is any output customarily produced as a direct result of an increase in the productions of some other output. Joint products in variable proportion. If products are produced in variable proportion, treat as distinct product. For joint product produced in variable proportions, set MRA equal to MCA and MRB equal to MCB. Common cost are joint product expenses. Allocations of common cost is wrong and arbitrary. Joint product in fixed proportion. Some product are produced in a fixed ratios. If Q equal to QA equal to QB, set MRQ equal to MRA plus MRB equal to MCQ. Transferring an intermediate product from one division to another in a vertically integrated firm. Financial autonomy of divisions, marginal cost minus opportunity cost. Three cases: product without external market, product with competitive external market, product with imperfect competitive external market. No external market. Financial autonomy of division. Economic profit of one division is a cost of another division. Profit can't be made. Pricing at marginal cost covering opportunity cost. And transfer pricing. There is an external market alternatives. Financial autonomy of divisions. Two cases. The external market is perfectly competitive, pricing at the external market price. The external market is not perfectly competitive, pricing at the marginal revenue of a combined internal and external markets. And thank you to listening to studying this block number 4 of MS9.